Senator Boebert is currently taking action to reopen the I-70 corridor through Glenwood Canyon.
This comes after severe mudslides and flash flooding blocked several portions of I-70, burying the road in as much as 10 feet of mud, tearing down retaining walls and damaging the roadway. KJCT News 8 reporter Natasha Lynn spoke with Representative Boebert earlier today to find out her plans. Natasha.
That's right. Representative Boebert, along with Governor Polis, are preparing to request a federal disaster declaration this week, which would provide Colorado with federal resources to respond to this natural disaster. This comes after the governor issued a state disaster declaration on Friday because of the damage from mudslides that forced the I-70 closure through Glenwood Canyon.
We've seen I-70 closures before, but mudslides and damage to this extent isn't just an inconvenience, it's a disaster that has created a real emergency for folks on the Western Slope who rely on this interstate for essential goods and services.
Representative Boebert pledged to offer her full support to secure federal disaster assistance. She is planning to visit portions of the interstate this week to see firsthand what needs to be done.
I'll be leading a bipartisan letter with the entire Colorado House of Representatives delegation, urging President Biden to approve Governor Polis's request for a federal disaster declaration.
Additionally, Representative Boebert plans to send a letter this week to the Department of Transportation to ask for help from the Federal Highway Administration's Emergency Relief Program.
I am absolutely committed to finding a long-term solution for an alternative to I-70, because while this is the worst shutdown of I-70 we've seen in a very long time, it's not the first, and it won't be the last. This is an important thoroughfare for Colorado in the Western United States. And the fact that we don't have an efficient and reliable alternative is not appropriate or sustainable.
CDOT crews were able to make significant progress this past weekend. The work that was done is providing better expanded access so experts can see the damage to determine what needs to be repaired and if the interstate needs to be repaved.
The last weekend into this weekend has really been a period of moving as much material as quickly and as safely as possible so that our engineers, our experts can take a look at what the conditions are of the roadway and get a sense for when a limited reopening might be possible.
CDOT tells us a limited reopening likely means one lane in each direction. Officials tell us the $116 million in federal emergency aid requested will allow CDOT to move as quickly and safely as possible for hiring a contractor. The funds will also pay for cleanup costs, such as paying crews overtime and for hotels so they can be immediately available. Reporting live from the CDOT Transportation Department in Grand Junction for KJCT News 8, Natasha Lynn. Back to you.
Okay, Natasha, thank you. CDOT officials estimate that it could take a few days or even a few weeks to clear just one lane of traffic going each direction on the interstate. We're told federal support is necessary to help efforts to get I-70 reopened and reconnect Colorado.